Thank you. Co-chairs Antonio, Stewart, members of the Ohio Redistricting Commission, thank you for accepting my testimony today. My name is Gabriel Mann. I'm the Communications Director for Abortion Forward, formerly Pro-Choice Ohio. I'm here today urging you to pass a congressional district map that represents the people of Ohio, like the map submitted by the Senate Democrats or the Ohio Citizen Redistricting Commission. That map that the Equal Districts Coalition resubmitted. I'd like to start by asking a simple question. What are we doing here? We are 24 hours away from a constitutionally mandated deadline, and we are only just now seeing this map proposal. On top of that, it's trick-or-treat night. This means that you're holding an important public hearing that impacts families at the exact hour when many parents across Ohio are committed to spending this time with their children in a treasured tradition. You're cutting families out of this process as you sit here and consider maps that cut families out of our democracy. This is unacceptable. Ohio families deserve and need representation in government, and this process has shown exactly how much legislators in Ohio want to rule us and not represent us. Yes. This is not the time. This is not the time for you to try to make up for the fact that you've been ignoring constitutionally required deadlines. In 2023, we saw a clear example of why gerrymandered districts fail to represent the views of the voters that elected officials are supposed to be representing. 57% of the voters that cast ballots in November 2023 voted in favor of the Ohio Reproductive Freedom Amendment. Why did voters have to do that? It's because for over a decade, the gerrymandered Ohio legislature has been going against their will, against the will of the voters, enacting more than 30 bans and restrictions on abortion. Not only did voters have to go to the ballot, collecting hundreds of thousands of signatures to get the measure qualified to appear on the ballot, but the same voters had to come out and vote in a special election. You remember that, Senator? Just months before the November election to fight back a legislatively created constitutional amendment solely focused on making the November election impossible to win. This gerrymandered Ohio legislature has one goal: rigging the process in their favor because they cannot win based on the merits of it.
Okay, we're gonna let our person testify. We're gonna let the folks streaming in, listening, hear what he's saying, and that means we really need to have order. Thank you. Continue, please.
Thank you, ma'am. You know, the policies that you all are passing do not represent the will of the people. You read the same polling that I do. I'm going to skip ahead just a bit, though. In the United States, we have a representative democracy. The people elect individuals to represent the needs of our communities and government. Unfortunately, states like Ohio have strayed from this foundational principle, creating district boundaries not based upon representation, but biased to a single party to win elections. The very foundation of our democracy is at risk when the people of our state no longer have true representation from their elected officials. I am outraged that this hearing is the first and likely only opportunity for testimony before the second deadline in this redistricting process. I'm also highly appalled that the public has been completely cut out of this process. Backroom meetings outside the public view are not how to draw maps. Leadership means coming together and doing what is right for the people that you serve. President Trump has dictated to his supporters that they should do whatever they can to rig the election to favor Republicans in 2026 and beyond. States like Texas have followed that edict and once again taken away the voices of the people that leaders are supposed to represent. Ohio cannot and should not follow that trend and further rig our already gerrymandered congressional districts. This process should not be about which party wins or loses. It should be about ensuring that voters win, that the voices of the people are heard in our government, and Ohioans have elected officials that will actually represent the needs of their community. The map submitted by the Democrats and the Ohio Citizen Redistricting Commission drawn map resubmitted by the Equal Districts Coalition both meet the spirit and the letter of the 2018 voter-approved congressional reform. This thing does not. We encourage this committee and the legislature to adopt one of these maps for bipartisan passage before tomorrow's deadline to give Ohioans what they deserve: a representative democracy where the voices and the needs of their communities are heard. Ohioans deserve true representation in our government. When we don't get good maps, Ohioans lose, communities lose.